How's everybody doing today? Good. Awesome. Now, before we get started, we're going to go over a few quick rules. Number one, there are going to be times during our show where everyone gets to call out, and times where everybody needs to listen. So, whenever I point to all of you like this, that means it's time to call out. Otherwise, you need to listen. That's right. Rule number two, stay in your seats. And rule number three, stay behind the carpet. Awesome. All right, is everyone ready to get started? Yeah. All right, now, my name is Alex, and I am a science teller. A science teller is someone who's part scientist and part story teller. You mix those together, and you get a science teller, which is someone who uses cool scientific experiments in order to tell an awesome story. And our story today is called Aliens Escape from Earth. Let's get started. Caesar jumped out of bed and looked at the clock. It was almost midnight. He was late. Peeking out of his bedroom door, he looked to his left and he looked to his right. The coast was clear. Careful not to wake up his parents, he tiptoed down the stairs. But at the bottom of the steps, standing in darkness, someone was waiting for him. It was his sister. Her name was Haley, and she was not happy. Hurry up, or we're going to miss it. Haley grabbed Caesar's arm and pulled him outside. They ran down the old dirt road to the edge of the forest. There, they closed their eyes and they counted out loud. 1, 2, 3. Slowly, they looked up and finally saw what they had been waiting for. Hundreds of shooting stars. Suddenly, they heard a low rumbling. All right, everyone, I need your help with this part. Everyone, take your hands and drum on the floor or your desk like this. All right, stop. Haley and Caesar looked towards the rumbling. Duck! Haley and Caesar ducked just in time as something flew through the air and crashed into the forest.
Whoa! Broke it like 6 pieces.
Haley and Caesar looked towards the sound with amazement. That wasn't a shooting star. That looked like a spaceship. Now, what would you do? Would you try to run for help, or would you try to find the spaceship? Well, Haley grabbed Caesar's hand, and together they stepped into the dark forest to try and find the spaceship. Meanwhile, far away in a secret underground laboratory, someone was watching. It was Dr. Cosmo, the crazy space scientist. Peering through his telescope, Dr. Cosmo watched 2 kids sneaking into the woods. They must be looking for the spaceship. He had to act fast. Dr. Cosmo ran out of his lab, jumped into his truck, and raced into the forest. All right, I need everyone's help again. So everybody, do what I do. He took a hard turn to the left. Whoa! Then he swerved to the right. Whoa! Speed bump. Then Dr. Cosmo slammed on the brake. Right there, standing in the headlights, Dr. Cosmo saw them. 2 kids. It was Haley and Caesar. Dr. Cosmo revved his engine. Haley and Caesar ran into the forest. Dr. Cosmo drove after them. He raced faster and faster, but before he knew it, the kids had disappeared. They must have gone the other way. And with that, Dr. Cosmo sped off in the other direction. Haley and Caesar peeked out from behind the old, not that old, tree that they had been hiding behind. And that's when they saw it. Right there, glowing in the moonlight. Haley and Caesar walked towards it, leaned down, and reached out their hands to touch it. It was cold, wet, and slimy! Ah! Gross! Ew! Gross! Now, after they touched the weird goo, Haley and Caesar looked up, and they saw a trail of goo leading deeper into the forest. Now, what would you do? Would you leave the forest, or would you follow the goo? Haley and Caesar followed the trail of goo. It led deeper and deeper into the forest. And before long, Haley and Caesar were standing in front of a giant spaceship. Let's go inside. They climbed up the stairs. With all of their might, they pulled open the spaceship door and looked inside. There was no one there. Haley and Caesar climbed on board to get a closer look. But they didn't see that something was behind them. And I have it right here in this box. Haley looked at Caesar, and her eyes went wide with fear. Caesar froze. Something was moving behind him. Caesar turned around and screamed, "Aliens!" Standing before them was a giant green alien. It slowly moved towards them and reached out its arm. Now, what would you do? Would you try to fight the alien or be friends with it? Haley reached out her hand. The alien grabbed her hand tightly and shook it up and down. It was friendly. Woo! Suddenly, bang! They heard a loud sound coming from the door. They looked towards it. It was Dr. Cosmo, the crazy space scientist! Hand over that alien. Haley and Caesar refused, but there was nowhere for them to run. Dr. Cosmo walked towards them. With a sneer, he grabbed them by the shirt collars and lifted them high up into the air. But then, with a loud squirt, the alien blasted Dr. Cosmo with goo. Weird, wet, sticky goo covered up Dr. Cosmo's eyes. He was so startled that he dropped Haley and Caesar. This was their chance. Now, what would you do? Would you try to escape, or would you try to help the alien? Haley and Caesar grabbed the alien and ran outside. But as they tried to run, there was suddenly a giant storm. The wind grew stronger and stronger. Whoa! They tried to escape, but then it got worse. It started to rain! and wind made it impossible for Haley and Caesar to see or hear anything. But before long, the storm died down. And when Haley and Caesar opened their eyes, they realized that the alien was gone. You'll never catch me! It was Dr. Cosmo, the crazy space scientist! He was stealing the alien! Dr. Cosmo jumped into his truck and raced off into the forest. Haley and Caesar tried to chase him, but before long, the truck was gone. Let's face it, we can't catch them. That's when they saw it. Right there on the ground. Tire tracks from Dr. Cosmo's truck. The two of them followed the tire tracks all the way back to Dr. Cosmo's secret underground laboratory. Whatever courage they had left, they entered the lab. They followed a dark, damp tunnel until they reached a door. When they opened it, something was staring back at them. It was the alien! This way to the exit! Haley and Caesar started to run, but the alien stopped. It pointed out a slimy green hand in the other direction. What would you do? Would you try to escape the lab, or would you follow the alien? Haley and Caesar followed where the alien was pointing, and they came to a door they hadn't seen. And when they opened up the door, they saw even more aliens! They untied all 7 aliens, and they ran to the exits. But as they rounded the corner, they saw Dr. Cosmo, the crazy space scientist! Dr. Cosmo started to chase them. They started to run. They ran all through the laboratory. They were almost to the exit, but Dr. Cosmo was gaining on them. And then suddenly, the whole alien family turned around and blasted the floor with slippery green alien goo. Dr. Cosmo stepped on the goo and slipped. He tried to stand up, but the floor was way too slippery. He was completely trapped. Haley and Caesar grabbed the aliens, led them out of the lab, and back to their spaceship. The aliens climbed on board and waved goodbye as the spaceship door slammed shut. The engine started to rumble. All right, everyone, one more time. Throw your hands like this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The spaceship shot up into the air. The spaceship flew back up into space. Haley and Caesar were happy, but then they remembered they still had a problem. Their parents! We need to get home before Mom and Dad wake up. Quickly, they ran out of the woods and back to their house. They made it home just before sunrise and changed into their pajamas. But they had a problem. Their clothes were covered with sweat and dirt and slimy green alien goo. So they took their clothes and threw it into the washing machine. There was a problem. Haley and Caesar had never done laundry before. They weren't sure how many scoops of their soap to put in. How many would you put in? 1 scoop, 2 scoops, or the whole box?
The whole box!
Well, Haley and Caesar were dirtier than they had ever been. So they dumped the whole box of soap in and went upstairs to bed. But before long, they were woken by a strange sound. Everybody clap your hands once. Bang! They heard the sound again. Everyone clap twice. Bang! Bang! Oh no! It's Dr. Cosmo, the crazy space scientist! They jumped out of bed and ran downstairs. When they turned the corner, they realized it wasn't Dr. Cosmo. It was something even worse. Everyone clap 3 times. Bang! 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 It was coming from the laundry room. They opened up the door and saw the washing machine starting to rumble and starting to shake. They tried to hold down the lid as hard as they could, but the washing machine exploded open and soap and water flew up into the air. Oh no! This unforgivable mess got Haley and Caesar grounded for an entire week. But they never told their parents or anyone else what had happened that night. And anytime they looked up and saw a shooting star, they remembered the time that they helped aliens escape from Earth. Did everyone enjoy our story today?
Yeah!
Awesome!
You can strike that. And wrap up the
It smells like science.
Now, all throughout our story, we used special effects to help bring our story to life. But every single one of our experiments is a science experiment. So now, we're going to show how those experiments work. I need a volunteer. Oh, hang on. Everyone put your hands down. I'm going to show you what is good behavior from a volunteer. So, first, sit crisscross applesauce on the floor. And if you're in your seats, just sit flat in your seat. Sit up straight. Smile so it looks like you're having fun. Raise your hand in the air. And then spread out your fingers. Give the maximum amount of coverage. Perfect. And next, wiggle your hand in the air. And don't say anything. All you have to do is hum like this. Very good. Let's see. My friend right here, can you help me out? I need another friend to help me out. I need another volunteer. You stand right here. Stand right here. Yeah, you got it. Good. Right over here. Excellent. Hi there. What's your name? Maggie, nice to meet you. I'm Conrad. Maggie, how old are you? 6. Perfect. And hi, what's your name? Jaden. Nice to meet you. I'm Conrad. How old are you? 7 and a half. Excellent. Maggie, Jaden, we're going to do a science experiment. But first, I have a question. In our story, Haley and Caesar saw something fly through the air. It was an alien space.
Yeah!
That's right. And we're going to do an experiment to show everybody what that looked like. We're going to figure out how we did it. But before we do any science experiment here or at home, we need something. I'll give you all a hint. We need a parent, we need an adult, or a grown. That's right. Point to one of the grown-ups you see in the room. That's what they look like. They're the ones that look tired. Excellent. We have plenty of grown-ups, but sometimes a grown-up is not enough. And we need safety glasses. So, as a pair of safety glasses for each of my volunteers. A pair of safety glasses for you, Maggie. A pair of safety glasses for you. Excellent. Whoa! You two look fantastic. My two volunteers, can you stand here, right here, behind my table? Excellent. To do this experiment, we need this giant straw. Now, there is nothing inside this straw but air. Now, is air a solid, a liquid, or a gas? A gas, that's right. That air fills the entire straw. Because air is matter, and science matter is anything that takes up space. And that's what we need to use for this experiment. We need one more thing. We need my favorite root vegetable. A potato. Maggie, I need your help. We're going to put the potato right there. Can you hold the straw in the middle with both hands for me? Use both hands for me. Over here. Perfect. We're going to say 3, 2, 1, and then we'll push it into the potato. Ready? 3, 2, 1, push. Perfect. We'll go all the way down. Oh, that's all right. Didn't stick in the potato. Hold it with both hands. We'll try it again. Excellent. We'll go right here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And whoa, perfect. Now, we have to make sure our potato is inside our straw. Nice and good. So we'll push it up like that.
Perfect. I need your help, bud. We're gonna do it on the other side. So your hands right here in the middle. Perfect. We're gonna push it right into the potato. Ready? 3, right here. 3, 2, 1, go. Push. Excellent. You can let go. Ha-ha. Now, inside of our straw, we have 2 pieces of potato. And trapped in between the 2 pieces is air. Now, if we push the 2 pieces of potato closer together, does the space in between get bigger or does it get smaller? Smaller. That's right. And when the space in between the pieces gets smaller, the pressure inside goes up. My friends, when that pressure builds up enough, it'll push the potato out of the straw and through the air. Now, I want you to stand right here and now, when the potato flies through the air, all my friends, I need you to stay in your seat. That's right. The only person in the room who can touch the potato is my friend Jason. When it flies through the air, after it lands on the ground, your job is to pick it up and we're going to put it in the trash can right there. I need your help. Can you hold? Actually, we'll do it like this. Hold right here at the bottom. Right here at the bottom. Perfect. Open our straw here.
We're going window.
All right, here we go.
I'll go
We're going to build up pressure and push the potato through the air. 3, 2, 1. Whoa! That was awesome. Oh, there's a piece right there. Good job. Put them in the trash can. Bunch of volunteers did a great job. High five. High five. Take your glasses and put them on the table. And you go back to your seats. I got one.
You could also, if you really were out of options, you could just go straight up.
I need a volunteer.
All right, Alabama. You in here, come on.
I want them in front of the table before he starts.
All right, everybody, hands down for now. Oh, come right behind our table here. So, what is your name? Sasha? How old are you?
7.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Let's put on our safety goggles. So, Alien Caesar went into the woods, and they were chased by Dr. Cosmo, the crazy space scientist. And then when they escaped, they saw something glowing in the moonlight. It was weird alien goo. So let's show how we made that goo. In this bowl, there is a chemical called calcium chloride, rock salt. Now, we have another chemical right here. This is called sodium alginate. When we put sodium alginate into the rock salt, we cause a chemical reaction. A chemical reaction creates something new that wasn't there before. The sodium alginate is going to change from a liquid into a solid. All right, and it's going to happen very quickly. So what's going to happen is we're going to pour it in. We're going to count down from 10, and then Sasha, roll up your sleeves for me. We're going to reach in, and we're going to scoop up that goo. All right, here we go. All right, everybody, let's count down. 10, 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
it's going up. Oh, gross. Oh, look at that. Yuck. Look at that. That's gross. Look at that. Yuck. So weird and green and slimy. Ah. All right. Thank you very much, Sasha. Here, let's dry your hands a little bit. There you go. All right, give me a high five. And your fingers are right there on our table.
I need a volunteer. You're sitting down nice and flat. You're sitting. Come up and help. Hum. Yes. Good job. Oh yeah, that's they both do have glasses. Stand right over here. What is your name? Oh, and nice to meet you. How old are you? 7. Excellent. And what's your name? Sanvi, nice to meet you. Sanvi, how old are you? 7.5. Very nice. Now, my friends, I see you brought your safety glasses from home. Good job. We're going to do an experiment, but first, I have a question. When Haley and Caesar snuck aboard the spaceship, something creeped up behind them. And it put its big green alien hand on their shoulder. And I'm going to show you how we made our hand. My two friends, come and join me behind the table. Stand right over here.
Then you have a recall.
In order to make our hand, we need a glove. That'll give our hand the right shape. But we need some very important chemicals.
Oh, we're gonna put in the
Now, the first chemical we'll call Part A. Since it's the first one we're using, we only need a little bit. It does kind of look like chocolate syrup. You're right. Here, we'll pour it carefully into the glove. Here we go. Oh, that is awesome. It is ooey and gooey and everything cool. All right. We'll put this nice and tight right over here. And now we have to do our special thing. Now, our alien hand was green. So to make our hands green, we need to use food coloring. That's right, green food coloring. Now, we only need a little bit. So I'm only going to add 3 drops. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. There we go. All right. We'll put this right over here. Now we can make sure everything is mixed together and it goes in all the fingers. That way, our alien hand has all 5 fingers. All right. Oh, we don't have any in the pinky. We can add a little bit there. Perfect. Now, my friends, we're going to need your help to mix it in just a second. When I ask you to mix it, we're going to mix it right here by the fingernails. All right? Now, we need Part B. All right, we'll unscrew this like this. And remember, we need the same amounts of Part A and Part B. So we'll fill up our cup. Perfect.
That's a little bit. That's a lot.
Now, when we mix them together, this will create an exothermic reaction, which means it will produce heat. So, if you feel it starting to get warm, that's a good thing, okay? Here we go. Pour it inside. 3, 2, wait. Perfect. My friends, I want you to sit right over here. Excellent. And I want you to massage by the fingernails to make sure it's nice and mixed. Massage by the fingernails. Perfect. Is it warm yet? No. We gotta keep going. This is gonna be great. Excellent. Mix it up. You see how it's getting more and more green because of the food coloring? Excellent. We're going to have a nice green alien hand. Make sure it gets all the way by the fingertips. All right. Let's see. Is it warm yet? Oh, but remember, just by the fingernails. That's where it starts to mix together the best. But you see it's getting more and more green. This is going to be totally cool. All right. Oh, keep going. Right there. Squeeze right there. Oh, wait. We need a little more of the pinky. We'll add a little more of the pinky. Keep massaging by the fingernails. Oh, this is going to be so great. Now, when we mix these two things together, they create a foam called polyurethane foam. It's the same thing we use in our houses and basements and attics to insulate and keep them warm. When we mix them together, this foam will expand to 30 times its original size. And it'll fill the glove because it expands in every direction. Is it getting warm yet? Oh, wait. Look. Oh, look, it's starting to expand. This is great. Massage by the fingers. Make sure it's nice and mixed. Make sure you get this one too. Oh, this is gonna be great. Here, we'll just turn it like this. Oh, keep going. Keep massaging. Keep mixing. This is gonna be great. It's really green now. This is gonna be so cool. Oh, I can't wait. See, this is my favorite part. Is it getting warm yet? It is! Oh, this is going to be great! Oh, wait, let me feel. It is getting warmer. This is going to be so cool. Make sure it gets in all the fingers. Oh, this is going to be great. I can feel it. Do you feel it? Yeah. Oh, it's warm. That's great. This is going to be awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, we got some more in the thumb. I'll add some more in the thumb. That way, your alien hand has a thumb. Make sure you get by the fingernails. Wait. Take your hands away. Take a big step back. What's happening? They're mixing together and it's expanding 30 times its original size. This is going to be great. Oh, it's getting up. It's going up. It's filling the entire glove. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Are you seeing this? This is amazing. Oh, wait a minute. It's going. Oh, it's going. It's filling the entire glove. Whoa, wait. Oh, it's gonna happen. And do you see that? This is incredible. Oh. Whoa. Oh. It's gonna do it. Are you seeing? This is amazing. Oh, is he gonna do it again? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, it's gonna do it again? Alright, let's see.
Biggest one.
Oh. See,
It's the biggest one.
3.
2, 1.
Sit really well with that. You gotta
It is not cooling, it's getting sticky. That's because it's cooling down. It is kind of slimy. It's cooling down, and it's going to change into a solid. That is really cool. My friends, you did a fantastic job. High five for you! High five for you! You can go back down and sit down at your desk. Good job! Oh. I need a volunteer! Come on, stand right in front of my desk. Right in front of my table. Stand right here in front of my table. On this blue line here. Oh, you've already helped me out? Can we give one of our other friends a chance? Thank you so much for giving one of your friends a chance. I appreciate that. My friend right there with the safety glasses, please. That's all. I need some more volunteers. Be a volunteer. Stand right here on my blue line. Right here on my blue line. My friend right here in the gray. Yes. Turn right here. My friend right here. Excellent. All right. Hello. Hi, what's your name? Molly, nice to meet you. How old are you? 7. Perfect. And what's your name? Ava, nice to meet you. How old are you? 7. Excellent. And what's your name? How old are you? 7. I'm going to come around the other side. Meet our other volunteers on this side. Hello. What is your name? Brown. Nice to meet you. How old are you? 7. That's great. How old are you? 7 and a half. What's your name? Benjamin. Good choice, Benjamin. Excellent. And what's your name? Nice to meet you. How old are you? 7. Excellent. My friends, I need you to stand on my blue line for this experiment. We don't need our table for this experiment. But I need to make sure you're in the exact right place for this to happen. So, right, stand right here for me. Face your friend, smile and look cool. Can you stand right over here? Face your friend, smile and look cool. Face exactly where you are. Just excellent. Excellent. Stand right over here. Look at your friend, smile and look cool. Here, stand right here. Look at your friend, smile and look cool. Excellent. My friends, stay exactly where you are on the blue line. Now, in our story, Haley and Caesar escaped the spaceship with the alien, but they were caught up in a great big storm with all the wind and the rain. And we'll show you how we made the wind and the rain. My friends, I want you to look forward, smile, put your hands out like this, like an airplane. All right. Aha. Now, can we see the air around us, yes or no? No, but when it moves quickly, we can see its effect on objects. My friends, look forward and smile. Here we go. Whoa! Wait a minute! We discovered something. We discovered that all of us up here look really cool with 1980s hairdos. But what if we used our air on a different object? My friends over here. 1, 2, 3 friends. I want you to stand here behind this blue line. Excellent. My 1, 2 friends on this, 1, 2, 3 friends on this side. Stand here behind this blue line. I'll stand right over here. You got it. You put your arms down. Good. Now, if something flies towards your head, don't touch it. If something flies towards your head, don't touch it. If it flies towards your head, don't touch it. But if it flies towards your head, or it flies towards your head, you can touch it. Stay behind the blue line, all right? My friend, you stay behind the blue line, all right? Let's get one. All right.
Another 20 years.
Leaf blower. Here we go. 3, 2. Go ahead, you can go ahead and grab it. It's okay. My friends over here, get a big step back for me. Right here. Grab this. You've got it. You've got it. Here we go. My friends over here, take a big step back. Here we go. 3, 2. Excellent. That is totally cool. All right, all my friends, please take your toilet paper, put it here into the trash can. Go. All the toilet paper into the trash can. Go. All the toilet paper in the trash can. Excellent. Give me a high five. You go sit down. Excellent. Go grab your seat. Excellent. 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 Good job, my friend.
45 right here.
I need a volunteer.
All right, come out. This is the good back. Great shot. Do that. Come on up. Hey, come right here. Come on up. All right. What is your name? Caden. And what's your name? Carson. Caden, how old are you? How about you, Carson? Awesome. All right, let's put on our safety goggles. Awesome. So, Haley and Caesar led the aliens back, and they flew off in their space ship. So let's show how we made it fly up into the air. Right here, we have 2 chemicals, vinegar and baking soda. Now, I want everyone to hold their hands over their mouths and breathe on it like this. Let's do that one more time. We breathe out a gas called CO2, meaning carbon dioxide. We also create carbon dioxide by mixing these 2 chemicals. So we're going to mix them together inside of this film canister. It's going to build up pressure. And when the pressure gets too big, poof, it's going to shoot up. All right, so you're going to come help me out first with this. All right, so Carter, we need to fill this up about a quarter of the way with our vinegar, all right? So let's pour some in. Get it up just like that. Awesome. So we have some vinegar. Next, let's add some baking soda. And we have a special little cap right here because it has a little opening for us to put our baking soda into. That way we can control exactly when it starts to first mix together. It's not going to mix together until we flip it over. So, you guys do me a favor, stand back against the whiteboard there.
Yeah, this is.
All right. Here we go. Watch this. All right, everybody, let's count down from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does everyone want to see that again? Yeah! All right, so let's do it one more time. Carson, come on over. Well, that's right, come on over. So, we're going to fill this up with some vinegar, all right? So tilt it up and go in. Perfect. All right, we have some vinegar. Next, let's add our baking soda. I can do there and see if she won. Oh, hang on, everybody. We're not getting volunteers yet. We're in the middle of an experiment. All right, so can stand in front, you're not going to be able to see.
I can see.
All right, here we go. Let's count down one more time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Where you at? Awesome. Can you come on over? Give me a big high five. And you can drop your goggles right here on the table.
I need a volunteer.
It's about 4 or 5
You have
minutes.
not helped me yet. Come on up. Come on. Stay right here on the table. Come on. And my friend, you have not helped me. Come on up. Excellent. Hello, hello. Stay right over here. Hi, what's your name? Julia, nice to meet you. I'm Conrad. How old are you? 8. That's great. And what's your name? Nice to meet you. And how old are you?
Yeah, you
7.
have to show me stuff, right?
My
The
friends,
table,
to
the
do
whole
this
thing is
experiment,
really nice.
you need your safety glasses. So, I have a pair for you, too. Pair for you. Pair for you. Go ahead, put them on. Great. Come and join me behind the table. Excellent. Stand right over here. We'll straighten this out very carefully. Now, when Haley and Caesar put their clothes into the washing machine, it exploded and there were lots and lots of bubbles. That's right. Now, I'm going to show you how we made the bubbles. But to make bubbles, we need 2 things. We need water and we need soap. That's right. And that's where I need my friends to help me. So, we have our graduated cylinder right there, but we need soap. So, I need each of you to help me put in a little bit of soap. First, can you take your right hand, just hold that right there. Perfect. We're going to fill up our spoon, our scoop about halfway. Good. And we're going to pour it into the cylinder. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Pour. Excellent. Oh, this is going to be super soapy. It's going to be great. Excellent. Can my 2 friends switch places for me? Excellent. Perfect. You're going to hold that right there. Perfect. We'll fill up our scoop about halfway again. Perfect. And we're going to pour it inside. Ready? Oh, this is going to be a very good job. Go. Excellent. My friends, you did a great job. High five for you. High five for you. I'll take your safety glasses. And you can go sit down with your friends. Go sit down with your friends. Good job. Now, my friends, to do this science experiment, we need one more thing. We need a chemical, a special chemical. I'm going to put on some gloves for it. And keep it right over here in a great big bottle. This chemical is called hydrogen peroxide. Now, everyone knows water is H2O. Hydrogen peroxide is different. Perfect. Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. There's extra oxygen inside. We're going to do a chemical reaction, make something new, causing all that oxygen to release. When that oxygen releases, it's going to mix with the soap, and we will make lots and lots of bubbles. That's right. Now, we want this chemical reaction to happen very quickly, so we use something called a catalyst. This is our catalyst right here. It's called yeast. It's the same thing that people would use for baking. All right, here we go. Are we ready for the grand finale? Here we go. Wait! I have a few important things. Raise your hand if you had fun here with science today. Hands up. Hands down. Who wants to go home and do science with their parent, their adult, or their grown up? Hands up if you want to do that. Hands down. For each and every one of you, we have a special gift. It's a Science Teller experiment card. And on it is an experiment that you can do at home with your grown up. We'll give them to your teacher, so your teacher can give them to you before you leave today. All right? After the show, it's also very important we put our eyes and our ears on our teacher, because our teacher will tell us what we will be doing right after the show. All right? So it's important we keep our eyes and ears on them. All right? Are we ready for the grand finale? All right, here we go. Countdown from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Timber!
Excellent. card from Science Tellers, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Thanks, everyone!